Hey, Ivan,
Oh yeah,
you ready?
yeah. I'm,
Hello and welcome to the podcast, Two Tickets to Hell. I'm Christian.
yeah, I'm your co-host, Ivan.
Yeah, that's my co-host, Yvonne. In today's podcast, we're going to be talking about OnlyFans, what everybody wants to talk about, what's the new hotness happening right now. We're going to talk about the good, the bad, the ugly on what's been happening recently. And before we begin, make sure you subscribe if you enjoy reviews and discussions on anything and everything, entertainment, gaming, tech, and anything and everything we feel like talking about on this podcast. It helps us. It's like free therapy. Also, leave a thumbs up if you enjoy it. We appreciate it. Thank you. And if you have any thoughts or comments, leave them down below. So, Ivan, tell me, how much money do you spend a month on OnlyFans?
I had to take a second mortgage.
I had to mortgage the kids.
I had to mortgage the kids. I guess I'm not going to college.
Who needs college when these girls are putting themselves through college?
Yeah,
So,
no, actually, it's crazy.
yeah.
They make a
So
lot of money.
break it down. What's happening at OnlyFans right now? Like as far as what you've heard.
Well, from what I've heard,
Yeah.
is according to the CEO, they're going to stop allowing was it sexually explicit content on their
Mm-hmm.
platform.
Mm-hmm.
I also heard that that's not true. But I'm not sure,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I don't know. I don't know what their direction is. They seem to be cutting their golden goose in half and trying to get all the golden eggs out of it. Because
Right.
that's really all I know it for. Not that I
So
use.
there's a lot of discussion on like what was announced, what was said, where they're gonna go with it, and what the plan is and why. I mean, I think the biggest problem is that not enough people are talking about the why they're doing any of this, which is pretty interesting. So yeah, OnlyFans said that they are gonna ban sexually explicit content, right, like porn, but they're gonna ban it for people who aren't verified. If you're verified, you've already proven identity, which is the main thing. So uh, people can still use like OnlyFans. A lot of like the porn stars that migrated to it are going to still be able to use it and post their content. Obviously, that's still up for debate because there's not enough discussion on what their overall policies are, and they actually tweeted recently what their plans are in regards to that. Um, but the main point is that they're trying, and this is the why, which I'm just going to cut to the point, is the fact
Yeah.
that they don't want to end up the same way Pornhub did, right? So Pornhub, they recently had to delete 70% of their content online because they lost,
70%.
yeah, 70%, right? That's like terabytes and
That's
terabytes,
about pentabytes.
petabytes, right? More than enough to make up for the entire like one for one map ratio in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. But no, it was more of a fact that they had to. Pornhub had to erase like 70% of the content because Visa and Mastercard told them that they're not going to support their transactions on their platform. It'd be like if you owned a store, you have to pay monthly fee, like say for Visa to process transaction to
Yeah.
your store. It's $1,000 a month, something like that, right? So then somebody can use a Visa card at your store, and then they'll put that money from their account to your account, and they process that transaction. That's like $1,000 like fee on like a little business, like say if you had a little mom and pop shop. But for like a website like Pornhub or OnlyFans and stuff like that, like it's probably percentage. Who knows what it is? But it's more of a fact that like if they tell you that we're not going to do this for you, then what are you going to do for money? Like so what Pornhub had to rely on because they lost all that was on bank transfers, direct bank transfers. So like tying your bank account with routing number and account number to
God,
it,
no.
or cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, right?
Or dog coin. Shout out dog
Here, let's look at what Pornhub looks like right now. what? Yeah.
coin. So
So,
why did they do that? Why did they just
so
because?
because there was I think it was the New York Times article was like posted. I want to look it up, but I'm scared if I type P, what comes up after that. It was like a news article came out saying that Pornhub was, and they own a lot of subsidiary websites, right? But their main website like was hosting a lot of child pornography
Oh my
and
god.
abusive content. So they had that content on their website, and they weren't doing enough to like vet
Oh,
it and regulate it. Yeah. So then Visa said like you're a child porn site. This is illegal, and we're cutting all transaction fees and all business ties like out, like, right. Um, and the thing is like I mean, one could say like that. Well, why didn't they talk to him? Why didn't they negotiate something, figure something out? But no. Visa and Mastercard have their own business they have to watch out for. They don't care about
Yeah.
Pornhub.
I
How
mean,
many different stores do they work with? You know.
it's pretty wild because you think about it. I mean,
You could tell me Pornhub makes $2 trillion for Visa or Mastercard. That wouldn't matter to them. 2 trillion to credit card companies like that.
well, all I was gonna say is like, I think it's crazier that they were able to stop something so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't they do that before?
Yeah. Yep. And that's the problem is that like they weren't, so they had to take massive steps because now Pornhub primarily relies on advertisement revenue, which is not much when you consider the fact that a lot of people aren't gonna like go from porn to click on this link to click on
Ain't nobody
another link.
click on any of these.
Yeah, nobody clicking on their links. They're
If you
trying to
do,
not click
I
on the
need to tell you,
Chromecast.
those aren't real. Don't click on them.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean that's the main concern with Pornhub, right? Is that they had a news article that was released. The news article stated that they were hosting porn. They were hosting child porn and abusive content with children. And then the credit card regulators, Visa and Mastercard, immediately dropped them. They lost all that money, all that revenue, and then had to delete 70% of their content. Right, just completely, almost collapsed the company overnight. But they managed to make it through because I mean, advertisement's still money, and they're already holding enough cash flow. But OnlyFans is starting, right? If you think about it, they haven't been around for like even what 5 years,
I'm just gonna say it. I'm learning a lot.
right?
You should
I
put
do
a
the research
title
for you.
with the porn historian. If y'all didn't know,
I stay up late at night doing research.
I'm doing research for the okay.
Where's my credit card? Where's my Visa and Mastercard?
Putting all the transactions, making sure both cards work. Okay, I see.
and then I make sure I get my banking routing number, and then I get my
You routed over.
Bitcoin
It's the only way
card.
I
I
can
make sure
get it.
everything's linked. Everything's
The
linked. My
only way I
Cash
can
App,
get it to
Venmo.
work. Yeah.
So yeah, what hasn't also like the why that's come out is that I think it was Bloomberg. Maybe it's on here. Yeah, but what was
The
this
former
recently?
governor
Yeah, right.
or mayor.
former governor. Um, it might have been this one. I think it was Bloomberg was writing an article about the same thing that supposedly OnlyFans hadn't been doing enough work for vetting the content, so there might actually be like OnlyFans people on here like teenagers selling their nudes and stuff.
Oh, that's crazy. No,
There it is. So there it is. So if they don't do anything about it, then boom, they're gonna end up the same way as Pornhub did.
so that's why they're verifying.
And yes, and their platform is not engineered anywhere near or around advertisement. So that would kill them overnight if they don't fix it before Visa and Mastercard are already dropping them, which they're already considering depending on what the article says. I mean, the content's probably there. I mean, who knows? I have a 50-50 feeling that there's for sure content. I'm not going to look it up, obviously, you know?
No, but like if you can, I guess the question is if anybody can upload content on their site
Yeah.
freely and readily, and you
Yeah.
get paid for it, I guarantee you they're doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. And then like, I mean, there's a bunch of like these like e-thoughts that like post and like their bios will be like 18 and check out my links, and then they'll be OnlyFans. It's like, geez, like how quickly did you get into this, industry? Which like it's not even like to shame sex work. It's just the fact that like this
real work.
Yeah, there's exactly right, and it's interesting that you say that because there's literally a tweet about that, like about what OnlyFans said. I'll even pull it up right now, but yeah, like they don't want to lose their money, but at the same time they don't have the capability to go through and vet every single content creator and make sure that they're not abusing the platform because they are underage or because their girlfriend's underage or wife, or probably not wife, but girlfriend's underage. And then also if it turns out that the users are also not 100% verified, then they're underage and shouldn't be looking at porn. That can also damage them as well. So here's the tweet that OnlyFans had posted out.
I don't know if your screen is not showing up on mine.
Oh, on let me click around.
It might just be me.
Yeah, I think it takes a while to load sometimes.
Oh, there you go.
You got it?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So OnlyFans had tweeted this. Dear sex workers, they tweeted this earlier at 11:30 today. August 21, 2021. Dear sex workers, the OnlyFans community would not be what it is today without you. Obviously, that's what everyone's making a big fuss about. The policy change was necessary to secure banking and payment services to support you. We are working around the clock to come up with solutions. Hashtag sex work is work. So I don't know if you can see that, but that's literally what they tweeted today because there was a huge uproar where people were saying like, "What? They're gonna ban porn? That's it? Like their whole
What am
industry
I
is
gonna go
collapsing."
back to working at Best Buy?
At Best Buy,
I
at
can't afford the payment
Wendy's.
on this Tesla. Working at Best Buy.
I mean, no kidding. Let me show you some of my favorite content creators. Let me see where they're gonna go end up. But
No, but all jokes aside, I think. I didn't know that, so that makes sense. I
that's
mean,
why I'm
if
here for
if
you,
I was,
buddy. That's why I'm
I
here.
know that's why I gotta wear the helmet. But I think it makes sense. I mean, if
Mm,
you just ban all the content, get time to run a verification process in place for those that want to upload it,
yeah.
and then relaunch it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's the same how like certain exchanges will do that where you have to like take a picture of your driver's license and yourself and then they verify like okay this is
But just
100%.
man, it's also I don't know. I mean, I get why,
Yeah.
and I agree with it. But
Yeah.
it's like, what about those people that are in this industry, but they don't want to let people know they're in it?
Mhm.
You know what I
Well,
mean?
yeah, I mean there's creators that like don't use their name or like use a stage name, but that I mean that's the thing is like you're either on it or you're not. You got to verify or not. Like they don't want everybody's like, you know, ex-girlfriend
Hey,
being on here and like charging everybody $25 a month for like their
VPIC.
yeah, for their nudes. So like
No, I mean that's the same. I 100% agree with it. I'm just saying it's like something they should think about. Is
yeah.
like, how are you going to secure that information? Who's going to be, record keeper to that? Because
Uh
I mean,
yeah, and how secure it's going to be.
yeah, because it's like, who in the company is going to do that? They're just going to hand that over to an admin. They're just going to be looking up
I'll do
people's.
it.
Also, yeah, let me just look up your, license plate and then your house address, and oh look, there they are in their Facebook. Now I can, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
Something to think about before you go down this road.
Well, that happens too. Is like I mean, there's a lot of
It happens
websites
in
and
everywhere.
exchanges you might use that you don't realize like they're connected to the Chinese Communist Party. It's like
Like the
you're
thing,
you're taking
TikTok.
that choice. Like well, yeah, TikTok's a good example. I mean, you don't have to 100% verify your identity, but there's a certain point because
That's all
we
I
all
have
think
for.
we do have to verify our identity 100% of the time, but you really don't. Like you need an email, right? You can easily make an email like in 5 minutes. You don't even have to put your real name. You can use a fake phone number like
Oh
an
yeah,
instant
yeah.
access phone number. I mean, and if you're telling me like a website like this will like allow you to make money just posting content where all you had to do was just say, yeah, sure, I'm 18, or yeah, sure, like this is my name and this is my information, like, and quote unquote prove your identity, which is you're just lying about.
Mm-hmm.
Then yeah, they're holding a gun that's smoking. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm just saying, I agree with the direction,
Yeah, they may
but
have not pulled the trigger, but the gun's in their hands.
oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's just something to think of. They should think about
Yeah. and
because
and and the fine like metaphor to go with that is the fact that like they they were the ones who built the gun, you know what I mean? They just handed it off to somebody else and now they're still holding it, you know. But
yep. And, I mean, at the end of the day, it's not gonna do shit, right?
yeah, and I think the whole statement, I'm sure, with oh, we're just gonna focus on people who want to cook and like how the pictures here, like
Yeah,
people
it's a bunch
who
of
do workouts
BS, because
and
it's like
photography.
a Patreon does that, and they don't charge 20%.
Yeah, and then people sell their nudes on Patreon too. So it's gonna be interesting like to see what the fallout comes
There's
from
gonna
that.
be that OnlyFans clone coming out
Hmm.
that day for sure. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't mean at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because those that do that illicit, horrible content are gonna find another place to do it.
Yeah.
So
I look at this the font and
it
lettering.
just looks
This looks
dangerous.
porny. Like yeah, I don't think it
It
gets
looks a
any more.
little.
Look, there's
It
a
looks
little
like
lock, There's a
flamingo.
secret. You got to get behind the secret to get the goods, you know.
I gotta
And the
find out what's.
lettering. Look how sexy that lettering is. That's a booty. You see that? That's a booty right there. You see that
That's a
popping it back.
this is
So I
a
mean, like,
fancy.
how do you go from like yeah OnlyFans to like yeah I make a bunch of special recipes from Sicily. Check out my OnlyFans. Like
Yeah, ain't nobody gonna do that.
yeah, I know.
No, like I mean, you can lie to yourself and say, "Oh, well, you know what? I know somebody that does that."
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay.
I think it was just an uproar, just because like I mean, clearly OnlyFans has a terrible like PR team because they didn't actually do enough to like put the word out there of
Oh no,
actually what
I
their
mean,
plan is.
here's my thought: is like if I'll ask you this: if this was your only source of income
Mm.
and you were living that lifestyle on this source of income, and all of a sudden they said, starting in 1 month, you're gonna be banned.
Hmm.
I would be flipping out, freaking out. You know what I mean? Like they should have done a better job of explaining that because I feel bad for those people that were stressing out for that period of time.
Oh yeah, I'm
Still,
sure there was people crying for sure, whether it was content creators or the users.
I bet.
Yeah, bet. Yeah, because I mean it's just bad, but I mean I'm sure like the word they got out there first was mainly for the exchanges, like so that they
So
know
they can
that
tell
they're doing
Mexico
something.
that
Yeah, they're trying to
our
do something about it.
shareholders that it's okay.
Yeah, and then later on it was to everybody else like, hey, like this is our real plan, like we're just trying to get this together, like don't freak out. But they could have just done that all in one go. It's like, hey, we need to verify our users, make sure nobody's posting anything illegal, explicitly illegal, like abusive, illegal, like mainly
I,
trying to be like we're trying to be on.
they're doing damage control is what they're doing. To be
Yeah.
honest, that's
But
what
it's
it's
funny because
about.
they're only doing damage control about their own issues that they created,
No,
like not verifying the users, but not getting the information out there right, and then basically chasing their tail, putting the cart before the horse when it came to
well,
PR.
yeah. I'll just say I don't think that when they started this website, the outcome was going to be what they what it came out to be. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah,
I don't think that was the case, but they should have at some point said, "Hey, we should take a look."
yeah, yeah. They could have like fixed the problem, but too little, too late. But at least it's it's correcting, and then you don't have to worry about adjusting your monthly budget.
Yeah. I will. Here's my advice: maybe you should get a part-time job just in case. You never know how these things work.
No.
Nothing lasts forever. And I mean, remember MySpace? That was a thing once.
Mm-hmm.
So be careful.
Yeah.
It's
Which
getting
MySpace is fault because like there's the whole thing like with business where it's like it's good to adapt to change, and it's important to change, and it's important to update, and there's a lot of like like classroom 101s on like what point is appropriate to take change, and audiences and targeting audiences and demographics and understanding how to evolve. How do you go from like MySpace to Facebook? But if how can MySpace itself go from what it was to like something future? And Facebook, how did it go from what it was to what it is in the future? So like even MySpace, like it failed because it never adapted. I mean, the Tom didn't care. He sold it off when he
oh,
was done with it.
he got his money. He got his bag, so it's okay.
Yeah, but the actual users of the website or the owners, like after that, weren't really focused on adapting it to any change. They were like, "Well, it's making money. Like all we can do is just pump more ads through it." And instead of realizing that, yeah, you're making money, but you're not optimizing anything. You're not making the platform any better, which is what Facebook did. Which I hate to say, it's making it better. It's actually a terrible thing,
It's a
a
terrible
terrible
thing.
platform. But the fact is, like, they went from something small and then slowly expanded to it, and made it better for the overall user, quote unquote,
So
enjoyment, even though it's
they
more
started
less than that.
small and they started growing until they started affecting global politics.
Yeah. Yeah,
Who would have?
like, cause think about like how it was, like where it was just a messaging board, DMs, like
It
pictures,
was just a
and
college
that's
board. I
it.
remember that.
And then now it's like a marketing manipulation tool for like big governments and big corporations that we pretend like, well, I keep my MySpace so I can talk to old friends, and I keep my MySpace so I can keep in touch with, or
Facebook.
Facebook, sorry. Like look, that lets you know how long I've been out of that game. But yeah, like people keeping their Facebook just for like the BS excuses, but not realizing that they're the product. You're not the customer, you're the product.
Oh yeah, Mark
Yeah.
Zuckerberg is worth almost $100 billion.
Mm-hmm.
He's never given them a cent,
Yeah.
but he really has been milking you like a cow
Like a cow, like
for
making
your
sure
data.
that, yeah, that the lizard people are happy.
Make sure your data's secure.
Mm-hmm. Which it typically isn't, because they've been selling it a lot of allegedly. Let's put that out there, but they've been selling a lot of people's information off, which for big data is important. Like whether it's like artificial intelligence building, research, analytics, and
Or more nefarious tools.
just manipulating. Yeah, like a Cambridge Analytica scandal.
Oh yeah,
That alone right there should have like turned people off enough to realize like, I probably
that,
shouldn't be on here.
that's why I deleted mine.
Yeah. And for what, dude? Like, what's the point of having it? Like, just to scroll up and then see like all my friends are having fun and I'm not having fun. Your friends as a whole, yeah, is having fun because this person had fun on Monday, this person had fun on Tuesday, this person had fun on Wednesday, and you see the entire week and you're like, everybody but me is having fun. No, this person probably had fun on Monday, but the rest of the week they're effing miserable. So like, why are
Right?
you
Like,
worried about the whole? You're not seeing the whole picture. Instead, you're
uh,
taking
now
a
we're
glance.
just we're all just lying to each other. It's just like
Mm-hmm.
doing it for the clout.
Yeah,
None of us
MIT
are.
actually did research on the fact that Facebook is actually causing you to be depressed physically, chemically, it's causing you depression because you're seeing everyone else's highlights and taking it as the standard.
Yeah.
Instead of OnlyFans, where you pay for a
You pay
beautiful
for this
standard, you
great
pay for
content.
something different. Yeah, like it should be taken as in such appreciation and respects, and sex work is work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If anyone tells you otherwise, they're lying.
All right, now let's review our favorite OnlyFans pages. All right, let me pull mine.
It's like, yeah.
You're like, wait, let me pull out my phone.
All right.
What a
Anything more to add?
what a dog. No, I think that's it. It's just people really need to wait. Like it really does go down to people's lack of patience or any kind of research. Everyone
No,
sees
and
a
also
meme or
I'll throw this out. I'll
Twitter.
throw this out there as a counterpoint.
Mm-hmm.
It's just one company.
Mm-hmm.
You don't let these companies become a monopoly. You know what? Like if you don't like them, start another one and make it do it yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's we started. There's so many companies out there. Like I remember 10 years ago, we used to have all these companies. Now there's only like five.
Yeah.
It's crazy, especially, and I'm talking specifically about online retail, marketing, whatever.
Yeah, but it's funny because
So
like people are like so one track minded that they think like no, this is the only thing. This is the
this
first
is my
time anyone's
only
ever
thing.
done that. Like a social platform where people can sell like sexual content. It's like you're clearly not surfing enough websites to actually know that this is not the only.
Listen to the historian, okay?
Listen, Pornhub, and literally have a social networking platform in their own website, like where you can like purchase like private content from the content creators or like give them tips or message and talk to each other. It's the same thing as OnlyFans. The difference is that OnlyFans was specific to just the social network as opposed to Pornhub has all the other content on it, obviously. But it'd be like akin to like, oh, like I didn't know YouTube has a comment sections. I thought it was all just videos. It's like
Yeah.
no, like it'd be the same as being like, oh, I didn't realize like Twitter had like a text section. I thought everything was just pictures. Like no, like you're clearly not using the entire website if you and I don't mean to like get on soapbox in a weird soapbox about Pornhub and
This is a
start
weird
defending it,
It's
defending its honor,
very
saying
weird. I didn't want to say
people are not
anything.
using it right.
You're over there
Here's
for the comments, clearly.
where's my notepad? But no, I think that's the biggest thing is like it's funny how this blew up so quickly like
It's because it's
online.
funny.
It is funny for one, but
Because
two, it's
it's
just the
really
fact that
funny.
like yeah, but like people just
Because I
assume they already know it
because
all.
that's funny. Because there's some people making millions of dollars on this thing,
Mm-hmm.
and there's something kind of like I don't know in the back of your primate brain that's like, yeah, let it burn.
Yeah.
Come back down to the real world with all of us
With
suffering.
all of us peasants.
All of us peasants.
I gotta
And
say,
then they
my
got,
favorite meme is the school bus meme. I don't think you can see
I
it
can't
in
see it.
here, but it's the school bus getting hit
Put it
by a
on the
train
chat. Put
track,
it on the chat.
right? And it's the whole my mom planning to take us to Disney World, and then the
Oh,
bus gets hit by the train. It says OnlyFans banning porn. God
damn.
bless, mom. So yeah, that's it. You got anything else for OnlyFans?
I guess all I got. I learned a lot, so I appreciate you for teaching me.
Well,
I
I want you to stay woke, and I want you to miss up any of the information. That's the whole point of this,
I
right?
don't want to spread this misinformation.
Exactly, which is the biggest issue we have in this society. This place we call a society,
We
right?
do live. I've heard.
So yeah, that's it for today. Two tickets to hell. Make sure you subscribe if you enjoy reviews and discussions on anything and everything entertainment, tech, television, games, whatever we feel like talking about. Again, thumbs ups are always appreciated. And leave a comment if you have any discussions. Otherwise, we'll leave links down below for our favorite OnlyFans
Clearly.
creators. All right, bye.
Thank you.